repeat this cue as much as I want to be. Oh, we already had somebody in the chat. Hey, Tanja. Hey, y'all. Again, ignore my eyelashes, ignore my hair. This is not worry about Aniya's eyelash and hair class, okay? So just ignore it. I have to go on YouTube, make sure my YouTube is all good to go, and then we'll get started. Make sure my chat, all that is good to go. Okay, what am I looking for? My room looks like kind of crazy right now. I'm not gonna lie, and hopefully it doesn't look too crazy. Okay, we're gonna watch as a guest. Okay. We're going to go to my live so I can make sure the live is on point. You can hear me. You can see me. It's not skipping. It's not glitching. Okay. Again, if you see like my lashes, just please ignore it. Let's see. Hold on. Like my lashes. Oh, my hair look long in the back. Okay then. All right, while I'm doing all of this, hey, y'all, if y'all don't know what today's class is about, it's going to be about how to make sure you're parting knotless braids to get perfect parts. Hey, Amaya, thank you, girl. My lashes I'm missing some lashes, so if you see any lashes missing, just please ignore it. I gotta do a couple things before we start, so I have about 8 minutes before we actually get into this class. This class is going to be about how to make sure all your parts are perfect so you can get the perfect parts for knotless braids. Thank you. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe because I'm going to be posting everything up here. No gatekeeping, okay? So make sure y'all subscribe to that. Look at these braids on Jacob. I gotta take these out real quick. I'm so glad I didn't add no weave because it would have took even longer. Hey! If you're new in the chat, say, hey, Miss Parker. Hey. So like I said, I gotta take these braids out real quick. This is Jacob. We're working on Jacob today. So thanks for the likes, y'all. We're working on Jacob today. I'm going to take his braids out. Okay. His hair is so long, very thick, super synthetic. But Miss Keisha is not synthetic. So if you know who Miss Keisha is, she's not synthetic. Jacob is synthetic though. Okay. So again, I'm gonna take these out. We'll start when the time hits 9:40, and then we'll go from there. So I'm just taking these parts out really quickly. So when it's time to part, we don't have to run into NT problems. Hello. If you're new here, let me know so I can tell you what's the deal, what it is. I can see the chat also on the TV, so if you think I am missing your comments, I am absolutely not. I got a chat right here and I got a chat on the TV. Again, this class is for you if you're interested in braiding, especially when it comes to the knotless braids. Are you someone who does knotless braids and the parts is crooked? It's just not giving, okay? What I'm also going to do is start my TikTok live. I think I want to do TikTok live on this class because a lot of people is curious on how you can a lot of people's curious on how to part knotless. If you know me, you know my knotless is on point, all boxes, all the time. So we're going to get this started. I got about 6 minutes. I also have to get a bundle because I sell bundles. See, if you was tapped in with me, you would know how to tap in. Okay, so let me get some of these bundles really quickly. Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, oh my God. These are my bundles. Let's see. This is a national deep wave, loose wave. Hold on, guys. 18 inch, loose deep wave. Okay. Hey, what's the dilly? Hey. I think this is a 16 inch deep wave. Yep. That's my bundles. 1K sales. Y'all see? 1K sales. Don't play with it. Don't play. Who is it? It's me. Look, class ain't even start yet with it. 1K styles, okay? And then you got the 1K styles right here. So listen, who am I? I'm 1K Styles, and I'm here to teach you how to level up your braid game. This is my brand. I have my own bundles. Yes, I do. T. I have a friend who's actually about to purchase these bundles, so I have to leave them outside really quickly. Good. 1 second. Okay, hopefully nobody that knows me that lives in Pittsburgh is here because I don't want y'all to steal my bundles. Do anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns? Can somebody say something in the chat really quickly just so I can make sure it's coming through on the TV? Please, really quickly. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you, Starcy. I see it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I also said I was going to go live on TikTok really quickly. So that's what I'm going to do really quickly. Okay, really quickly. Okay. All right. Check one, check two. That's right. We're starting in 2 minutes. I'm not going to do too much chatting and too much yapping. But if you're interested in learning how to part for knotless, you want all your braids to come out with box parts, I'm the girl that's going to teach you how to do it. Okay. And again, if my eyes look cross-eyed, I'll say it again at 6:40 because that's when the video actually starts when somebody replays it. Tiffany, hey Tiffany. Hey. So I have my YouTube chat right here. I have my TikTok chat right here. With that being said, we're going to start in 2 minutes. If you're on TikTok, I highly recommend for you to come over to YouTube because YouTube is going to have the angles and the lighting. Okay, clock it. Hello. All right, so we got 2 more minutes. I'm just going to make sure everything's on point. I have my wristband, of course. You need your wristband. And let me show y'all what I'm doing really quickly. So you see how my client, and also ignore these little small braids right here because this was 2 braids right here. Okay, so you ignore these small braids. This was 2 braids. This is me prepping for knotless braids. If you want to learn how to prep for knotless braids instead of parting air to air, because when you part air to air, they don't always come out as boxes, this is the class you're going to want to be in. So what I'm going to do for Jacob is the exact same thing I did for Miss Lynn. Okay, this is Miss Lynn, by the way. MS.YLNN. Miss Lynn. So I'm going to show you how to part for knotless braids, whether it's medium, whether it's jumbo, whether it's large, knotless braids, boxes, all the time. We're not parting ear to ear, okay? Questions, comments, or concerns? If not, then we are starting at literally 6:40. I have to start at 6:40. Like I have to. Now, hey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to part. I'm tell you what to do, what not to do, exactly how I do all the time. But if we finish this class early, we just finish early, okay? So if you in the chat, hey, what's up? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, okay? If you hear a list, please ignore it. I got my braces taken off, so I had these big old retainers in my mouth, okay? And we're starting at 6:40. Please don't invite me to your live. I do not want to get on it. Thank you. All right. Thanks for the likes. Oh, we're cracking over here on YouTube. Okay, so once 6:40 start, I'm starting. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, ask. If you don't ask, I will not know. And it's 6:40, so let's get into it, okay? Let me get my gel real quick and my wristband, okay? All right, so when it comes to this, I don't know how I want to have my camera. I don't know if I want it like this or I want the camera to be flipped. Thanks for the likes, guys. Again, I have my YouTube chat up. I have my TikTok chat up. If you're on TikTok, I would highly recommend for you to come to YouTube. because we're going to have the nice popping angles over here. So if you want to learn how to part for knotless braids all around, you're parting for knotless braids ear to ear, and for some reason your parts are not coming out as a square. It might be like a trapezoid, it might be like a square on one side and then a trapezoid on the other side. This is how I prep for my knotless braids. When I do knotless braids, I do not prep. I just go, like when my client comes in, I just part. And then I'm going to show you how to part. Whether it's for medium, large, small, I'm going to show you how to get boxes all around every time. Ignore these 4 parts. It was only 2 braids right here. So let's get started. Boom. The first thing, I'm going to actually have my client turned around because I want you guys to see everything that I'm doing. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know, or forever hold your peace. So, like I said, how to get the perfect part. Now, I'm going to flip my camera because I just feel it's best to flip my camera, and I feel like y'all will understand more. My YouTube is the same. My YouTube is the same as TikTok. Aniya.LaRaye. I'm about to do my angles real quick. So, I'm going to flip this. This class is strictly for people who want to learn how to do sorry y'all. This class is for people who strictly want to learn how to part for knotless braids. And again, if you are on TikTok, I would recommend for you to come to YouTube. My YouTube is the same as my TikTok because I'm showing nice angles over here. Okay, so boom, this is our client and she's coming in for some knotless, but we are not going to part ear to ear. We're going to part ear to ear, but we're going to part straight across, not around the head, if that makes sense. So the first thing we're going to do is separate the client's hair, okay? So I'm going to do it with my fingers, and then I'm going to go in with a comb because y'all know how I explain stuff is like kind of all over the place. So I have to explain something to y'all without being all over the place. So I'm going to get this hair and just do it in a little ponytail real quick, nothing too crazy. Okay, so we are parting for knotless. You can use this method whether you're doing small, whether you're doing large, whether you're doing medium, you can use this method, okay? So I don't know what we want to call this. We can call this, I don't know, because on the mannequin it looks different. So we have the top of the ear, we have the middle of the ear, and we have the bottom of the ear. Usually it looks different on the mannequin, but I believe usually when I am doing knotless, yeah, this mannequin is kind of crazy. So let's just picture her ears up more. So usually on a human or a real client, I would part from underneath the ear to underneath the other ear. But today we're going to do the top of the ear, okay? But usually I would do underneath the ear. So I'm going to go on top of the ear and then part and then go to the other top of the ear. Now, let me tell you why I do this really quickly. Hold on, we're going to go to the top of the ear. Let me take this rubber band out real quick. So, top of the ear, part all the way across, comb that up. Top of the ear, part all the way across. Okay. Just like that. And then top of the ear on the other side, okay? So, boom. I'm going to check it. All right, let's see. All right. So our part is not that straight, but it's not that crooked, okay? I mean, we got some flaws in here. But now I can put this in a ponytail because I can see and I'm able to fix it up now. So I'm going to get my rubber band, put this in a ponytail really quickly. And then what we're going to do is clean this part up, okay? Scoot this back. Again, if this was a rural client, we would be parting from underneath the ear. But right now we're parting on top of the ear, okay? So boom. Let's see what needs fixed. Okay, this can be a little straighter right here. Okay, boom. Let me make sure it's on point. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna fix this part up real quick. If you're watching from home, you could use your mannequin and part from top of the ear. across to other top of the ear. Okay. All right. Our part kind of looks crooked. Hold on. Let me try to straighten this out a little bit more like that. Okay. Jacob's hair is kind of crazy. All right. We're going to imagine this is straight. Boom. The first thing I always do, again, like I said, when it comes to knotless, I part from the bottom of the ear to the other bottom of the hair. Boom. Let me take a deep breath. Now, depending on what size we were doing, I'm going to put y'all right here. And I always squeeze. When you squeeze, you're able to see all of this, right? So I know this is about this big. When I don't squeeze, this could be this big, this, we don't know. But when you squeeze it and twist it, you're able to see. Now, depending on if I was doing small, if I was doing medium, if I was doing large, I'm just working with this back section. Of course, if I was doing large or jumbo, I would just be parting this and this would have no rows in it. If I'm doing small, extra small, or medium, I'm going to make some rows. So for example, we're working with our first section. And if this was on a real client, I would be parting from the bottom of the ear to the other bottom of the ear. So boom. Okay. If I'm doing jumbo, we're not going to have no rows in this. If I'm doing extra small, I'm going to do some rows in this, okay? If I'm doing medium, I'm going to do some rows in it, okay? And if I'm going to do large or whatever, medium, large, I'm going to do some rows in it. Once you figure out what your size is, like, for example, my small might be your extra small. My medium might be your large. My jumbo might be your jumbist, or you know what I'm saying? So, boom. This is our first section. And I'm going to show you really quickly. I'm not going to actually part it. We can act like we're doing medium, but I'm going to show y'all for everything. So once you part from ear to ear and you hit this back section up, you're good. And now you're just working with the top, and the top is easy. So boom, if we was to do extra small, you guys could see this in the TV. Extra small parts is like right here. So in this back section, she would have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. If I was doing extra small, hey y'all, hey ZB. If I was doing extra small, hey y'all. If I was doing extra small, she would have about 6 rows. Let me flip this around because TikTok is cracking up here too. But if you're on TikTok, I highly recommend that you join the YouTube live class. Hold on. Yeah, y'all gonna have to join because I can't focus 2 cameras on one thing. So if you want to see these angles, go on YouTube, Aniya.LaRaye. Boom. Hey y'all. Okay, so that was for extra small. Now let's say, for example, I was on small. Everybody's small is not the same. Let's say this was my small or something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. Let's say I was doing medium. 1, 2. Okay, let's say I was doing large. 2 rows, and let's say I was doing jumbo. No rows, just parts. Okay, so I'm going to say I'm doing quote unquote medium. So again, you part ear to ear, and then you bust this section out. You figure out what size you're doing and how many rows is going to fit back here. So that's the first thing. Like I said, we're doing medium, so I'm going to part like for medium braids, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to part. Also, when I'm parting, you can see I twist the hair because I'm able to see the evenness, if that makes sense. I'm able to see if this section has more hair than this section, things like that. So again, we're doing like medium parts. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to take my hair, I'm going to twist it. I'm going to make sure, hold on, let me twist it real quick. Okay. And also, I'm going to flip my camera real quick because I want y'all to know when I am braiding my clients, I am in the back of their hair doing this. It's true. Oh my God. They be doing all that. No, this is actually true. I'm actually in the back doing the most. Now, I don't have to do the most. I can just say, hey, can you tilt your head down or put up my chair? But when I'm parting somebody's hair, I'm looking at it at all angles. That's why sometimes I'll be on TikTok live and I'll be doing my client's hair and my client will be looking down or my angle will be like on a client's head wear, and sometimes my purse will look crooked, and I'll have people commenting on a TikTok live like, this is crooked, this is crooked. Oh no, honey, this is not crooked. They look crooked because the angle you're at, but if you come in person, my client can turn left, right, up, down, wherever, and all them parts is boxes. So yes, I am behind the chair doing this, bending my back, feet wide. I'm going to do my first part, my first row, and then put it in a braid, sorry. And then I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. So just give me a couple seconds. Okay. Just a couple. Hold on. Hey. All right. Let's see. This is real. This is how I do my clients. So if you feel me doing this, if you're a client, you feel me doing this, I'm just making sure your parts is on point. Okay. All right. So fix that over there. Fix that over there. Okay. All right, I'm going to braid this really quickly, and then I'll fix the angle. Anybody on YouTube got any questions, comments, or concerns? Or what about TikTok? I know y'all's over here TikTok. Y'all see I'm not talking to y'all because I am live on YouTube right now. Actually, I'm going to have to braid this underhand. I always learn something when I watch her, for real. Hey, period. Period. So now let me stop playing games. All right, for real, y'all. Don't make me hyped up because I'm going to be playing games. Let me cut this out. This is for, where is the people that want to learn how to braid at? That's where I'm looking for. Who want to learn how to braid? Who's struggling when it comes to their parts? Sorry, I'm not trying to be all over the place. Let me cut this real quick. I'm going to braid this underhand, and then we're going to move on to the next section. Somebody said me, Rainy Storm. Hey, like that. All right, so I'm going to braid this real quick. And I'm actually braiding this underhanded. Okay. I'm braiding this underhanded. Just like that. And then I'll show y'all. Thank you for the gifts. Hey. Thank you so much, girl. Who said never mind? I'm sorry. I missed your message if you said anything. Okay, hold on, guys. All right. So that's the first part. Again, this class is specifically teaching you how I part my knotless braids. I used to part ear to ear across the head back in the day, and it's amazing. Sometimes when you part ear to ear, you could get all boxes depending on the client, but sometimes they're not going to all come out as boxes. You're going to have some trapezoids, this and that, and it's because that part across the head is not straight across the head. It is more so slanted versus straight across the head. Good afternoon from Chicago. Listen, Barbara, definitely trying to add braiding to my bag. Listen, Barbara, you will make that cake. I'm telling you. All you need is a comb and some gel and some weave. Oh my goodness, you'll run it up. I really need to learn how to add hair because I just know how to braid with people with real hair. I got a class on how to add hair, but I think we went over that already. My fault. I should have been marketing more and promoting more. All right. So boom. We're doing knotless braids. My client's getting medium. We starting with the back section. We have our first row, okay? If the rows is not that neat, ignore it. This client's scalp is like not too, look at that. He got short hairs right there. So let's just ignore this. This is our first section. I'm teaching y'all how to part for knotless braid. And we're doing medium. Some will call them medium, some will call them medium, okay? Hey, Andrew. All right. So, boom. I'm not showing you guys how to prep. Usually, I would part this and then I would do my rows and then I would braid them. Okay, so let's imagine these have knotless in them, but this is our first row. Our second row, we're going to part. Make sure everything's even. See, when I do this, you can see that this one has more hair than this. So when I do this, can't you see? Yeah, you can. So we're going to try to make them as even as possible. I'm going to cut this hair. Try to make sure they're even. We don't want big parts, small parts. We want all our parts about the same. So I'm cutting this really quickly, just like that. Okay. I want to make sure everything looks about right. Okay. Also, direction matter left to right. No, it just depends on what's more comfortable for you. Sometimes I'll part right to left, sometimes I'll part left to right. So when it comes to parting left to right, you don't got to worry about that cuz either or. You can literally do either or. Please, if you have any questions, ask them. I love answering questions. So again, just like anything else, I'm going to twist this and we're going to see. We can see this is very like on the skinny side, but let's see. See, we can see which one has more hair. This one. We see this part. Look. We see this part. Look. That's why I really want people to like understand why I do this and things like that. So again, I'm going to have to try to repart it. And if this was a real client, I'll be doing the same exact thing. So I'm going to move this right here. And I'm going to repart until it is even. So I'm going to chop that down. Just like that. Comb it through. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I say a little bit more wouldn't hurt. Like that. Okay. Just like that. Let's see. Okay, now y'all see the difference? Tell me if you see the difference or not. I want to zoom in on this. Do you see? They're looking about even. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to twist it. And I'm going to also take this and twist it. You see? Now there we see. I'm telling y'all. Listen, people out here charging $1 million and I'm giving the sauce for free. Thank you. Hello. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs. Okay. So boom. Once we have that, I got to make sure my part is straight all the way through. Then I'm going to do the next braid because I have to show y'all what I do when it comes to the top. I have to make sure my part is straight really quickly because I'm going to do a full 360 on this really quick. All right, so I'm going to move this out the way. And then again, this would be my second section, okay? And then I will just part down, plait, part down, plait, part down, plait. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. Hey, TikTok, if you're on TikTok and you want to learn how to braid, I highly recommend for you to join the YouTube Live because the YouTube Live have the best angle. No shade. No shade. Okay, sorry, y'all. All right, so now I'm going to braid this. So boom, now we have 2 even parts, but we have 3 even parts. We have this one, this one, this one. The back is completely finished. Okay, so if you're still struggling, keep watching and I'll help. I'm gonna just put a little braid on the scalp real quick, just so we can move this out the way. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Jacob's hair is more so on the synthetic side. So we having a little technical difficulties. All right, we're going to continue to braid. Continue to braid. Continue to braid. Keep braiding. Just like that. Keep braiding. Get to the end. And boom, we have our second part. Again, for the millionth time, I am not teaching you guys how to prep or if you should prep. I don't even prep. I'm just showing y'all how I part my knotless. She makes it look so easy. I'm telling you, it is easy. Once you get that shebang, honey. Oh, honey, this is easy for anybody. A 2-year-old could do it. Once you get the rhythm, your fingers, the movement, da-da-da, you'll be cool. So what exactly is this? A free online braid academy. Okay, so we're going to part the second section. If you're new here and don't know what's going on, I'm teaching you how to part for knotless braids, okay? Parts all around for knotless braids. You can do this with small, medium, large, whatever the case may be. To whoever is confused on what's going on. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Shay. Hello, Nisha. So I'm going to do my last section. Now, again, imagine I part and then plait, part and then plait, part and then plait. Now, our whole entire back nape area is completely finished. Okay? And usually when you part ear to ear, it's the same thing, but here's where it gets tricky at. Let me just throw this in a little plait. Somebody said, I don't have no hair. Oh man, you better start greasing that scalp up. Make sure them follicles is healthy so that hair could grow. Please, I'm begging y'all. Keep that hair healthy. Keep that skin healthy. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. They said, I don't have no hair. Oh, I'm sorry, Shay. Who don't have no hair? I thought you said you didn't have no hair, Shay. I'm about to say, oh man, you need me to send you some growth oil? Oh, you talking about weave. Ugh. Oh my goodness, Shay. I thought you was talking about you. I'm about to say. Let's make sure we oiling our scalp up. Okay, Shay, you don't got practice with no weave, Shay. Boom. This is for anybody who actually wants to learn how to braid. So now we have our 3 sections. We have uno, dos, and threads. And again, imagine these are boxes with plaits, boxes with plaits, boxes with plaits. I would have my first row done, okay? I will have my first row done. Now I'm going to show y'all what I do when it comes to the top. Again, when you're doing knotless braids, all your parts should be coming out as boxes. There should be no trapezoids. There should be no triangles. There should be no circles. There should be no rectangles. All boxes. Usually, when I get to this point, I always, if my client is tall or short, depending on their height, I'll push them all the way down because now we're going to make a part straight in the middle of the head, and that's where you'll see most people parting out, okay? But I'm going to show you. Okay. There is no winner shade. It's just who I feel like is serious about their craft. Hey, Ani. Alrighty. So the first thing we're going to do is bust a part completely straight down the middle of our client's hair. Why? Okay, so some people, I'm sorry, my hair kind of looks all over the place. Some people like middle parts. Everybody, in my opinion, everybody should have a middle part. Even if you don't like middle parts, I feel like you should have a middle part just because you don't want like a row of knotless in the middle. I don't know. It really depends because I really heard some people say they hate middle parts. Okay, cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I feel like everybody should have a middle part, especially if you want to do like what is it, symmetrical hairstyles. Say you want to do 2 buns or you want to do, I don't know. I just feel like everybody should have a middle part. So the first thing I'm gonna do is try to do a middle part on, well, not I'm going to try. This is what I do for all my clients. So I'll stand in front of them, I'll put them down, I'll stand over top of them, and I'll just make sure I do a part right in the middle of my client's head, okay? All right, so I'm going to try to make this part as straight as possible. Consider teaching braiding on school. They charge each person. What? For real? They charge? Ma'am, please keep braiding. Time is moving. I'm sorry, Kia. My daughter got a braid spot right now at the start of her middle part, so I can never get hers right. Oh, if she have a bald spot, then you should be cool. Well, can you use mine because I am and I love middle parts. Y'all might have me hop on school. I heard a couple people tell me hop on school. I might hop on that. Okay, so boom, I'm going to do a middle part right in the middle of my client's head. Okay, we are parting for knotless. If you're confused, if you're new, we are parting for knotless braids. Anytime I part for knotless braids, all my parts come out as boxes. No triangles, no trapezoids, nothing like that. Straight boxes. So this is me doing my middle part. Sometimes you have to sit in front of your client and like do this. Some people have a moving scalp and stuff. You don't want them to have a middle part and it's crooked. So sometimes you might have to stand on top of your client. Okay, I'm going to fix this really quickly. This client has a crazy scalp, so it's kind of hard to part for me, but we still gets the job done. Okay, always. So I'm going to keep that as middle. Hello from New Zealand. I've got a massive crush on braids at the moment. You make it so easy understanding. Thank you, girl. I tried to make it easy. People make braiding way too confusing. It's not too confusing. Once you learn that braid pattern that's already on my page, bow, 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 bow. You'll get the gist. Okay, let me fix my camera really quickly. Okay. So again, thanks for the likes, y'all, and thanks for the subs. I watched you. Hey, girl, you talking about on TikTok? So I'll look up and then I'll part my client back. Don't worry, y'all. The videos will always be uploaded. Oh, this was an easy part. So this part was straight. All right, so boom. Y'all gotta really pay attention because I'm really giving y'all the sauce out for free. Once I do my middle part, y'all know I don't play about the squeezing. The squeezing is gonna let me see how this part is looking, okay? So I take this side. If this was a real human, I'll take this side, and I'll slightly twist, and it will allow me to see the part clear and straight. If I feel like the part is clear and straight, then we gotta go. I usually will, not even usually, I always end up putting one on in a ponytail. Okay? Depending on the client, the time of day, how I'm feeling, this is where you see most people come in and do this at. And y'all's like, how are you doing that? How are you making sure you're getting all boxes? Well, it's all about that back section for real, for real. What about clients that have more hair on the side than the other? What? I ain't never had no client like that. People be having more hair on one side than the other. And even if they did have one hair on more side. Oh, sorry, Harley. I'm sorry. Y'all know I just replied to anybody's comment that I see. So I'm just trying to make sure I get back to everybody. Harley, we gotta chat. Even if the client did have more hair on one side, it's okay. So boom. So I did a straight bust down in the middle. We're parting for knotless. If you're confused, if you don't know what's going on, we are parting for knotless braids. If you're on TikTok and you want to see a better angle, a clearer view, join the YouTube live. My name is the same, Aniya.LaRaye. So this is where you'll see people come out and they'll be doing this. So you take this. You want to make sure it's about the same as these. You don't want your rows to be different. I know I'm not going to part up here. That's way too big, okay? I know I'm not going to part right here. That's way too small, okay? Zoom in. I'm thinking something like around here would be good, something like this. So you take your comb, and I'm actually going to turn so y'all can see the whole shebang. Okay? You take your comb, you go on the outside of the head, just like that. Hold on. Okay. Just like that. Go on the outside. You see, I lift it up and down. Why do you lift it up and down? Because look, I'm about to show you. Aniya, why are you lifting it up and down? Look. I can see that it gets small right here. It shouldn't. This part should go all the way over here. So you squeeze it, pull it, you go up and down. We need this to go all the way around. So like this. Okay. Again, I apologize for the synthetic hair. So now I'm gonna zoom y'all out. Those look so good. Thank you. I thought you had stopped making videos because of your business workshop you started last year. No, Harley. So y'all, let me just take a pause real quick to let y'all know what happened with me, even though I should be braiding. So what happened with me was, some of y'all may know, some of y'all may not know. I am a content creator. I don't just braid. I do content. I'm a wig influencer. I'm a regular influencer. I'm a UGC creator, and I had stopped doing hair to focus on content. And recently, I just realized I stopped doing content to focus on hair. And I'm just trying to find a balance where I can do content and hair. So if anybody's looking to be my manager, let's get rich together. Okay, let me turn y'all back around. No, seriously, I'm looking for a manager. Like, seriously, you help me, I help you, but I can guarantee I could run us up some coins if I had a manager. But back to the business. So, we're going to move this hair out the way. Just like that. Okay. Take the hair. You know what we do? We do a little squeeze because we're able to see. We're able to see. I'm going to put him up straight a little bit. Okay. Just like that. Let's move this out the way. I'm trying to see, what do I notice? Is there anything that I notice when it comes to this? Hold on. Let me make sure we're on point. You got the, I wish I knew how to pronounce that word. You're about to make me search it up. I just don't know. Like, I really want to, I'm sorry to stop again, but recently, this new Braid Academy, I've been just going. I haven't really been telling y'all about me, the background. So, real quick, see, I gotta turn it around real quick as I'm talking, and then I'll promise I won't stop again. This one time, this is a quick story time. This one time I was doing somebody's hair. I forgot who it was. Hair takes long in general. 8 hours, 9 hours, hair just takes long. I'm doing hair and I'm in my head like, yo, I swear to God, I do not want to do hair no more. I'm done doing hair after this client. I don't want nobody to book me. Please don't book me. I'm done. I'm doing straight content. Power of the tongue is real. I didn't have no clients for like 4 months straight. I didn't have no clients for September, October, November, December. I didn't have nothing. But I was doing content and I was getting paid off TikTok. Recently, I'm like, dang, I gotta start doing hair again. Man, I started doing hair, killing it. Go on my TikTok. I haven't posted a TikTok since last month on the 28th. Not like me. So I'm just trying to find a balance. Okay. Trying to learn a new skill. Well, you're in the right place. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to get off task. So, boom. Let's see. Is there anything that I noticed once I pull up and down? I believe this is about right. I'm going to fix this up a little bit. And this is what I do if this was a real client. I keep saying a real client because I want y'all to know this is what actually goes on when I'm braiding hair, when I'm doing hair. Okay? Comb this up. Make sure this part is on the straight, more straight. And then we're going to put this in the braid really quickly, y'all. Real quick. I don't know if I should do a braid on the scalp or a plait. I'm going to do a braid. They said you're going to get it. I hope so. All right, so I'm going to put this in a plait. But me putting it in a plait is not me putting it in a plait. Imagine I part it, braid it down, part it, braid it down, part it, braid it down, part it, braid it down. Okay, I'm just showing you that all my parts are going to come out as boxes, okay? So we part this down. We braid this down. So boom, if this was a real client, again, for the 1,068th time, thank you guys for the hearts and the subs. Thank you. Don't forget to like, don't forget to sub, especially if you are learning something new for completely free. Clock it. Okay, so if this was a real client, because I also want my clients to know, sometimes my clients might be thinking in their head, girl, why is you working on one side and not the other? So if this was a real client, she would have this whole back done. She would have this done, and this other side will be empty. Now, 9 times out of 10, I usually always do this. You're not going to see me go over and finish. Like, you're not going to see me wait, let me make sure this makes sense. You're not going to see me bust this row out, bust a part out, and then bust this row out. No, I just keep parting this way until I know I have 2 more left at the top. Why? I don't know. It just makes sense for me, okay? So I part until I know there's 2 more rows at the top, and then I'll go to the next one, okay? So we're going to unclip this. We're going to do our next part, okay? Just like that. Alrighty. Make sure this is all good. When we're doing parts, we want to make sure everything is even. This might look a little bigger, but it's not bigger. This hair is just hanging down, making the part look bigger than it is, okay? So, again, the next part, you take your comb, Just like that. You go right on the outside. Just like that, okay? You want to go around the whole head. Make sure you're lifting that thing up so we can make sure it is even. It's the same as the other rows. And continue to go around the whole head. Okay. All right. We lift this up. I'm going to bring y'all back so y'all can see the part is straight, which I like. I'm going to lift this up and down. It's about the same size. Yep. Everything looks good. I'm going to put this in a clip, put this in the braid, and do the same thing. Is that the mannequin from yesterday? No, yesterday we was working with Miss Keisha. This is Jacob. So my mannequins do have names, by the way. So we're going to put this in a plot real quick for the one time. And again, you can do this with small, you can do this with large, you can do this with jumbo. If this was jumbo, my parts wouldn't be small. They would be more so on the bigger side. Put that in the plot. Okay, look. Look at our rows. Our rows is rowing, baby. Don't play with it. Don't play with me. Play with your kids, okay? Now, again, let's imagine this is a part, a part, and a plait down, plait down, plait down, plait down. I'm going to twist again. I'm going to lift y'all up so y'all can see the top of the head like me. And again, I usually will start working on the other side once I know I only have 2 more rows left. We're going to take this, we're going to twist it, and we know, I'm going to lift y'all up. We know this ain't 2 rows. We know, because 2 rows would be like that. This is more so like 4, maybe 3 rows. So we're going to continue the part. Again, hold on, let me scoot y'all in. You take the comb, just like that. Let's see. Okay. Take the comb part. Take the comb part. Okay. Take the comb part. Move this out the way. Let's check it. How do we check it? Thank you. If y'all see this little pink thing, just ignore it. This is the piece to my tripod. I don't know why it's in the way though. All right. How do we check it? We pull it or tug it, whatever you want to call this move right here. You check it, check it. It gets a little skinny down here, so we can add a little bit more here. Something like this maybe. Pull that out. Ah! Continue to pull. We're going to part to make sure it's all the same size. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Look at it. Right, let me double check. Is everything about the same size? Let's see. Okay. I would take off a little bit of hair. Like when I say a little bit, I mean literally a little bit. Something like this. I would literally take off just a little bit. Okay. All right, we're going to turn. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns? If so, let me know. We're going to put that in a ponytail. We're going to check. Let's check. There we go. There we go. Put this in a ponytail. I mean, a plait really quickly. And again, if this was a real client, I would do a part, plait, part, knotless, part, knotless, part, knotless. I'm going to put this in the plait. Oh, Jesus Louises. I'm going to keep braiding this really quickly. Braid, 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 braid. I know my fingers are moving pretty fast. I've been braiding since I was 15. I mean, what do you expect? Okay. Continue to braid down. Okay. Same thing. All right. Now we're getting closer to the top. Now, I know for sure this is not 2 parts right here, okay? I'm thinking maybe 3 or 4 again. I'm thinking maybe 3. And again, I said I stop with the top. when I know there's 2 more left, and then I start working on the other side. So with that being said, I'm gonna put this in the back. I'm gonna do 1 more part. Always start from the middle, curve, curve, curve. You're always curving. You're not just gonna make a straight part. That doesn't look right. You wanna make sure you're curving around the head. Okay, I'm gonna do my little move. I don't know what to call this. The up down. What should I call this right here? I always do this when I'm doing clients because I'm able to literally see. Okay, so let's move this hair out the way. So part, we're going to add some more hair. This is looking more so on the skinnier side. Okay, we're going to part. Move this out the way. Check that part. Twist it. Up, down. Let's see over here. I don't even got to do up, down. Y'all see it. Up, down. We can see there's like a little, it goes down and then it goes up and then it goes like straight. We want to even this out or make this more so on a straight side. So let's see what I can do. I'm going to take a little bit of hair and like that. Hold on, let's smooth this out the way. So let's see. All right, twist it, pull it. Let's see. Right here. Again, if this was a real client, it would be easier. But since it's a mannequin, I'm just trying to do exactly, show y'all exactly what I would do if this was a person. So I'm trying to make sure the parts are perfected. All right, so let's see. Okay, that looks a little better. That looks a little better. So I am going to keep this. Now, I'm getting close. Now, to me, it feels like it can be 2 parts. And when I say parts, I mean rows. So I'm sorry. I meant to say 2 rows. Let me just put this in a plait real quick. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Put this in a plait. That up, down makes sense. Well, yeah, that up, down. I love it. I better get my credit because I'm that up, down, this right here. That'll let you be able to see. All right, so call it the wave. Oh, the wave. Up, down, or the wave. You just could like really see your parts. All right, so boom, we have our parts. So far, so good. So don't ask me. You better not ask me, Aniya, how do you get all your parts the same size? Look at that. Can you look at it? I deserve 20 million likes and 50,000 subscribers. What is we talking about? Clock it, hello. So boom, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to just take a little look at the top. And what do you see? Does it look like it could be about 2 parts right there? I'm thinking so. I'm thinking this could be wrapped around and it can be 2 parts up there. I like when you say flip, flip, up and down. Can you show me the boho braids or what type of braids you are doing? So I'm not doing any braids. I'm just hosting a class. And today's class is all about how to make the perfect parts for knotless braids. Good morning. Good morning. It's 7:23 p.m. where I'm at. Can you teach me how to braid? I'm 13. I still don't know how to braid. Girl, you are late to the party. Somebody tell her she's late to the party, girl. Not only do I teach you how to braid, I teach you how to part. I teach you how to do creative designs. I show you how to add the weave in. I teach you how to make sure all your braids are about the same size. I don't just teach you how to braid, okay? All right. We're going to put this in a ponytail. Because now what we're going to do is what I like to call catch up, okay? Aniya, oh my God, what is catch up? Catch up is basically me stopping this side to catch this side up, and then I'll finish my 2 rows over here and then finish my 2 rows over here, and then I'll be finished with my client's hair. It's 4:23 over there. Where is you at, girl? So catch up is really easy. It's 6:24 in Oklahoma City. Oh wow. So catch up is really easy. All you are doing is catching up, like literally. Exactly where you stopped at, you pick up, take your comb, and do the same thing on the other side. How long did it take for you to let me see. How long did it take you to learn to braid until you became confident to take paying clients? Well, let me come out here so y'all can see me as I speak on the TV to take a break real quick. Okay, so she said, how long did it take to learn to braid until you became confident in taking clients? Honey, I'm 22 years old. I'm still a youngin. That's the thing. People think I'm an old head. Oh no, honey, I was just 13 yesterday. I'm still a youngin. I'm 22. I was braiding at 8 years old. There's videos on my Instagram. I was doing my mom's hair. My fingers was moving like this at 8 years old. I didn't take braiding serious until I was 15. I had 2 jobs my entire life. I couldn't take them. I stuck to braiding. I got so good because I think braiding just came natural to me. My mom was a braider back in the day. I'm in Pittsburgh, PA. My mom was like a top dog braider. It's so funny because everybody always say like, you remind me of your mom, you remind me of your mom, you remind me of your mom. But I really think it just came natural to me because I remember the first client I had, it was my friend, and I'm like, let me practice some. It was either some side braids or 8 straight backs. I'm like, let me practice on you real quick. We was in my kitchen. I did her hair. I took some pictures and videos, posted them. Back in the day, a lot of people wasn't like neat and doing hair. Like they wasn't neat with it. I was neat. When I was a beginner, my braids was not trash. Like when I was a beginner, I was still hard. So once I kept doing it and kept doing it, I just got better, 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 better. Nobody taught me how to braid. Nobody taught me how to plait. Nobody taught me anything. This is all just self-taught. 412, stand up. That's what I'm saying. Like, we about to go to the draft. Turn up. Hey, see, y'all making me play around now. I'm playing around. 412, though. 412 was Khalifa, black and yellow. Okay. I'm starting very late. I'll be 27 on the 27th of this month. LOL. I started practicing last year and I got so discouraged. And my stepmom used to do hair too. See, life with Naya. I'm about to say, man, I wish you was here earlier. You would like love it. You would love it. You would love it. You would love it. You a nurse too? I know hair. No, I'm not a nurse, y'all. This is just I thought a pink scrub suit would look cute and professional. Let me finish these plots real quick before we run out of time. Okay, so this is me playing catch up. Of course, I'm gonna do the same thing I did on one side on the other side, and then you could just do the up down, whatever y'all want to call it, wave the up down to make sure your parts is straight. Okay. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Oh, when I'm finished, if you guys are still here, I will show y'all my braid page because some of y'all are new and have no clue who I am and what I do. And I would like to shut that down right now. All right. So now we are just playing catch up, which is catching one side up with the other. Okay. Okay. So we're going to put this in a quick plait. Those scrubs is too cute. Let you braid. Thank you, girl. People keep asking. Somebody else said, like, are you a nurse? I'm like, no, I just thought they would be cute. I wore these scrubs all last Braid Academy, so I wanted to keep it like the same. Okay. I cannot wait to upload this. I want somebody to say, how do you part? How do you part? How do I part, honey? There's a whole live YouTube explaining how I part. I wear scrubs for work too, just to look. Yeah, I don't know. I like scrubs. And then you could get like the scrubs been doing a thing with the colors, the designs, all that. So I'm gonna continue to play catch up. Exactly where I stopped at, I'm going to pick up, which is around this area. If it was a client, it wouldn't be around this area. It would be literally an exact spot. So I'm going to part this too. Yes, I love the scrubs. I seen they had these pink ones. I was hashtag on that. Continue to part. Bring it around. Where? I love them. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm just playing catch up. If you ever wonder how people part like this, I have people coming up to me. How do you part like this? Can you teach me how to part? Honey, I'm showing you right now. All right, I'm going to turn. Okay. All righty. We're playing catch up again. All right. Once I check, make sure everything looks good. Put it in the plait. Okay. Now, the first time you do this, especially if you're so used to parting from ear to ear, the first time you do this, you have to be careful. You don't want to work your way all the way to the top and then one side has 2 rows and then the other side it needs to have 3 rows. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh my God, I cannot do 2 rows. It had, look, I just got an appointment book. Hey, I just got the knot. Hey, See, I gotta hop on my content now. All right, we're continue to play catch up. I think I got like 2 more rows. Just like that. Part around the head. Make sure your parts is even. Whatever you want to call it, the wave, the up, down. As long as your parts is even, that's all that matters. If your client is playing more than 250, 300, there's no reason why parts should be crooked, slanted, leaning, none of that. Okay. So I'm going to continue to twist, fix my parts really quickly. Okay. Once it looks good to go, we are once it looks good to go, we are going to throw this in another braid. Okay. Anybody that's out there struggling and that wants to really learn how to braid, but it's like, I cannot get it. Trust me, y'all hear how I'm talking. Y'all see how I'm looking. You see in the vibe, you feeling the energy. Hair is not hard. You just need somebody to go over your craft and say, you need to do this, not this. Make sure your fingers is like this, not this, so your braid don't end up like that. And I'm the girl for that. I built both website and mobile apps for booking 48 hours or less. Great to know, Kiwi company. All right, we're going to do one more part, I believe. Yep, we're going to do one more part. And then I'm going to let y'all decide if these are about the same size. We're going to do one more part. Take it around. We're playing catch up. Okay. Part that head out. Just like that. Move that over. I think I got a quality mannequin from the hair store. It tangles so bad. Yeah, most mannequins, trust me, I already did my research because I was trying to do a free class. Most mannequins are synthetic. It's going to be hard to find a 100% human hair mannequin where you can dye color, especially like it's just going to be hard. Most mannequins have human hair and it's blended with synthetic, or some is like synthetic. Like, I have a mannequin that's fully human hair because I was in cosmetology school and I got my license. If you can see over there by that ring light underneath keys, yes, honey, I got my license. So I'm going to put this in a plait, just like that. So I'm a 22-year-old licensed cosmetologist, and I'm a UGC creator, and I'm an influencer, and I'm a wig influencer. So, yeah, hold on. Let me fix something really quickly. Okay. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, I gotta do this puzzle over here on TikTok Shop. Oh man, they try to make me do 1,060 puzzles. Oh my God, they want me to do another one. Hopefully this is the last one. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put this in a plait. Just like that. Now we have a total of 4, you can say either 4 or 2 sections. So before I show y'all the top, I want to show you guys the section. So let's see. Ooh la la. Can you guys see what I see? Can you see what I see? Everything's about the same. And again, if this was a real client, these would be plaits. I'm not telling y'all how to prep or how to pre-part. I'm not showing you how to pre-part. I'm showing you how I specifically part my knotless so they can come out boxes every and each time, okay? So now we have 2 more rows left over here, and we have 2 more rows left over here, okay? Hold on, I have to show y'all one thing really quickly. She said, I know this is not the topic, but can you give me tips on building clientele? So I got a question for you. Who's this all about, Jay? Quick question, Jay. Say you was supposed to go in the hair store and you was specifically there for red dye. You're about to dye your little cousin's hair and you need red dye. You're going in a hair store for specifically red dye. But guess what, Jay? You go in a hair store and you see a cute keychain that's black and gold and it's glistening and it goes on your keychain. And you say, "Oh, hold on, let me see. How much is it?" What did that keychain do? It stood out to you. Bow, 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 bow. That keychain stood out to you. That keychain made you stop and say, "Whoop, skirt. Hold on real quick. What's up with you?" Okay, cool. You like, all right, you know what? I'm not here for the keychain. I came to get red dye. So you walk into the aisle to get your red dye, and guess what you see? A necklace that says J on it with some flowers. Oh, what you do? Oh, this necklace is cute. How much is it? Oh, I want to get this. But you're not there for that, Jay. You're there for red dye, but you're looking at necklaces and keychains, not because you went to go look for necklaces and keychains, but they stood out to you. How do I gain clientele? You need to know how to market. You need to know how to promote. You need to know how to push your work in people's faces and make somebody say, "Oh, wait, whose work is this?" If there's 3 pictures up on Google and they're all knotless, and one person's knotless is cool, but the parts is crooked, one person knotless is cool, but the braids is different lengths, another person's knotless is cool, but the sizes is different. But then you got this one picture on Google, the knotless is perfect. You know, oh, hold on, skirt to them pictures. Let me go on that picture. Marketing and promoting, that's all I have to say when it comes to gaining clientele. If you don't know how to market and promote, it's going to be hard for you to gain clientele. Make sense or not? Clock it. Thank you, y'all. Yes, I'm telling you, Jay. I'm telling you, for real. I learned this all by myself. And let me tell y'all how I learned this all by myself. And these stories is up on YouTube. It's out in the public. So boom. Real quick, y'all. And then I'm going to go back to this. I had 2 jobs my whole entire life. When I was 15, I couldn't wait to get a job so I could buy my own shoes, everything. I turned 15. I got a job out where? Let's say it on 3. McDonald's. I got a job at McDonald's. I had a friend. His name is Eddie. He's a boy, a beast when it comes to the braid. I'm working at McDonald's at 15, but my friend who's a boy is 14 years old and he's at his house braiding clients and he's doing hair. I'm like, okay, I know how to do hair. I quit McDonald's and was running up my clients. Clientele got slow for me. You know what I did? I ran to go get another job at Giant Eagles. I'm working at Giant Eagles. I hate it. I'm like, I have to work at Giant Eagles because if I'm doing hair and it slows down, what am I going to do? I said, I got to learn something. Man, I learned what marketing and promoting was. I quit Giant Eagles and I ain't never seen another job since. So that's just that. Questions, comments, or concerns? All right. If none, oh my God. So God. So did wait, what you say, Rainy? You had 2 jobs. All right, we're a little over, so I'm gonna bust this last couple explanation out. And then I'll see y'all next week. And then if you have any questions, we could chat at the end. Thank you, Corey. Okay, so y'all see all my parts are about the same. Everything is T down from the back down to the side. We know that we have straight box parts, no triangles, no trapezoids. Let's check over here. Straight box parts, no triangles, no trapezoids, nothing like that. And then usually when you get to the top, you'll have this section. And don't forget this 2 section that when we know we get to the top, there's 2 more rows left. Boom. When you get to the top, you want to make sure that these 2 sections are about the same size. If they're about the same size, you parted your client's hair perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist this. I'm actually going to lift my client up so y'all can see. Okay, and we can decide. if I did a good job, and if my clients want to have the same size parts, if that makes sense. You sound like Big Lex. What? There's no way. Big Lex. Okay. So let's see. We're at the top. Let's see. So we see how much hair is over here. We can see like that. Let's see over here. Almost about the same size. Let's see. We can see right here. It's getting a little close up in here. So with this part, we should chop off a little bit of hair. But other than that, when it comes to the sizing, both of these looks like they can get two parts. And I'm going to bust them out really quickly just so you can see them. And my daughter name is Aniya. Oh, for real, twins. When parting, do you always have to curve it a little bit throughout? Yes, because y'all have to understand our heads are like round. We don't have square heads. We don't have flat heads. Our head is round. I would say the only time you're parting straight is when you're parting a part right in the middle. But even this is a little round because the hump of the head. You know, it's not like we're just parting straight like this, like part straight. No, we're parting like this. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to do my last two rows, show y'all what my parts are heading for, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, so we're going to part that. We're gonna make sure we hold on. Let me start over here really quickly. Sorry guys, over here. Okay. All right. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna go around just like we was doing. We're not doing anything different. If anything, the parts are just gonna get smaller because we're working our way to the top. Hold on, let me make sure my part is on point. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna throw this in a quick little knot. Same with the one at the top. And I literally just sat here for an hour and some change and showed y'all how you can make sure all your parts are coming out as boxes. Here in pink, you're welcome, girl. I'm going to throw this in a part. Okay. We're going to throw this in a part. Just like that. Okay. Just throw it in the bag. Just throw it in the part. Okay. Same thing over here. And we just curve it. Match it up. Make sure everything is about the same size. And once that is done, hold on really quickly. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to fix this because it's getting skinny at the top. I should have chopped some hair off. Okay. Throw this in the part. Okay. Okay. And we have one more after this. And I'm going to show y'all all of the rows. Mind y'all, again, for the 60th time, I'm not showing you how to pre-part. I'm showing you how to part for knotless. If this was a real client, I wouldn't be putting it in a plait. I would be making the parts going down and then doing the plait. Okay. Part, braid, braid, braid. Okay, I think this is good. So let's check out our clients here. Oh, we're almost at 100 likes. Don't forget to tap the screen if you are learning something new. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the sub. Y'all turning me up every day. Let's get it. Clock it, homies. Bow. Look at these parts. Look at these parts. Look at these parts. Everything is going to be a box, okay? You do not have to worry about triangles and trapezoids. Now, I'm going to turn my client and I'm going to break something down really quickly. So say I was to part my client's hair. Y'all have to imagine this rat tail middle comb. You have to imagine that this rat tail comb is her part, okay? The only way, and I feel like I am saying what needs to be said. The only way you can get all boxes is if you part your client's hair literally right across the head. This is not across the head. If this part went like that, that's not across the head because it's going back a little bit. Your part has to literally, let me turn my client a little bit. Your part has to literally go ear to ear, because if not, I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen. Hold on, let me show y'all. I really like to show. Again, imagine these metal ends. Imagine these are the parts, okay? So if I part my client's hair from ear to ear and I part like this, and I feel like this is, straight, but it's still a little slanted, imagine this is a part. So if somebody part and it's ear to ear and it's all the way on the other side, and then we do our rows. Look in this area. Just look in this area. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna draw it for y'all. I'm really a visual learner. So let's draw. Let's draw really quickly, and then we'll wrap this class up. So let's just say your client is looking forward. Oh, hold on. Sorry, y'all, I didn't know my markers ran out. So let's just say this is your client's head. Oh my God, that kind of looks horrible. Let me pick another marker really quickly. One time for one time. So let's say this is our client's hair, and let's say this is our client's eyes, and our client is looking forward, okay? So let's say our client is looking forward. And let's say you part from ear to ear, okay? And let's say this part is on the other side. And then you have to do your rows that's straight across. Okay, these is your rows, how you're making that straight across. And then don't forget, you have to make your parts going down. Okay. We also doing brick parts too. So you have to make your parts going down. And then that's when you get all this right here is the trapezoid parts, the triangle parts, this part. Listen, the only way your parts is going to come out all box is if that client's hair is parted literally from one side to the other, one side to the other. And that's oh sorry. And that and that is how you part for knotless braids. Any questions, comments, or concerns? If you don't have any questions, comments, or concerns, that's everything. I'm going to end this live. Our next live, let me see when it will be hosted and what is it about. We're halfway through, so I'm kind of excited. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Oh, we're almost at 100 likes. If you have not liked the live yet, please do so. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to show y'all who I am. A lot of people get, who are you? What do you do? Da da da. That's amazing. So let me just break it down. Number one, I am a CEO, an entrepreneur at 22 years old. Number two, I'm a cosmetologist. Number three, I'm one of the best braiders in the city. No shade. That's just what it is, okay? So I'm going to show y'all my hair page. 1K South. Thank you for the likes, guys. This is my hair page. This is me when I was little. Career that you wanted to, choose. What would you say you want to be when you grow up? Hairstylist or nail salon person. You want to own your own nail salon? Yes. What would you like to work in? Own my own hair shop. Hello, I would like to own my own hair shop, baby. Same girl, just grew a little bit. Okay. This is me braiding. Look how fast my fingers was going as a kid. Hold on. Watch my finger. That's me as a kid. Look at my fingers as a kid. I was doing hair in my room. This is a metal chair. Do y'all know when I was doing hair in my room, there was a joke around the city? She has a stainless metal chair. Oh my gosh, she has a stainless metal chair. Honey, a stainless metal chair? I'm not even going to get into that. When I part like this, my knotless always come out perfect. Before, when I was parting ear to ear, the front bar. Wait, when I part like this, are you talking about how I do this? Are you talking about this way or ear to ear? Wait, when I part like this, I'm happy I didn't miss class today. I don't know why none of my alarms have been going off lately, but I was watching the clock today. Period, Charisma. Oh, so Charisma, you must be talking. You know what I'm talking about, Charisma. When people trying to part and then it go like this. Yeah. Look, I just did a demonstration, Charisma. Look. Say this is the client and the client's looking straight. If somebody was to do a part trying to make it go exactly across the head, but it's slanted back. When you do your rows and your boxes, this little group, that circle, I'm gonna scribble everything else out. This little thing, that circle, these is not going to be boxes. They're going to be triangles, this and that and this, okay? But yeah, y'all. Questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. If not, that is everything. Let me see what are we learning next class. These classes have been going super fast. Let's see. Be thinking they bigger than me, boo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 more classes left. 6. Wow. I gotta turn my Zoom up. A little bit. If y'all don't have any questions, or concerns, I'm good to go. If y'all do, let me know. Can we see final? Yes, absolutely. You can see final results. Is you crazy? You better. Heck yeah. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Parts. Some of her hair is loose and it's like coming down, making it look like, but yeah. Thank you, Erin. I'm glad, especially if you're new. I'm glad. So look. Let's look at the front. Look. My client would have box parts all around, and she also would have a middle part. You see that? This is not in a braid. I should have did this a little tighter, but see that? See that? Beautiful. Me and my girls are new, period. I'm going to hop on my Zoom because we have 6 classes left. I don't know who's new and who's not, but I taught how to part. I taught how to do hearts. Look, I just learned. I taught how to do this yesterday. I'm telling y'all got the right one. So take advantage while you can. Take advantage. Not only am I a braider, but I am a content creator. They said you are so funny. I get that a lot. I actually won the funniest person in 8th grade. Thank you. I take it as a compliment. I have a concern. I'm concerned you're eating this Braid Academy up. I can't wait till next class. Period. Charisma. Yes. Charisma. I'm thinking about people that's always tapped in with me, like you, Zay who else? Naya. I'm thinking about doing a group and really helping y'all build your portfolio. So I have a class on building your portfolio as a braider, what to do, what not to do. I built my portfolio. My portfolio is amazing. And I'm thinking that's something that I really want to do, but it would be like the OG. So let me know how you feel about that, Charisma. I need help on a French braid. I can help on a French braid. They said I'm the funniest person in my class. Do you do I'm sorry, I can't even pronounce that. I don't even want to lie, act, or fake. Do you do Pentecostal hair? I'm not sure what that is. Let me search it up real quick. Let's see. Pentecostal. Let me see. Pentec. Let's see. I'm not sure what that is. I do anybody's hair. As long as you got hair on your head and you got the money to pay, you can sit in my chair. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. I don't think so. I don't think I ever did that before. Yes, I will look. Yeah, Charisma, I'm thinking so. Hi, Newly. So, hey, we gotta do sub in the chat. Hey. Okay, y'all. I think that's everything. Next class is going to be why prepping is important. Wait, let me make sure. So next class is going to be held on April 15th. Why prepping is important. Be there, be square. After that, there's 5 more, then 3 more, then 2 more. And then this is the last Braid Academy for free. I'm not doing no more classes for free. Y'all told me that I know how to teach. Y'all told me I'm a good teacher. Y'all told me I'm talented. I gotta charge for my skill. But if I didn't know you like Charisma, I'd be willing to send you a free digital ebook. Feel me? This is nice. What you doing? Where are you located? I'm located in Pittsburgh, PA. Hey Nova. Yeah, I'm located in Pittsburgh, PA, and that's everything. Like I said, if you want to join, she said clock it. I will see y'all April 15th. Make sure you are here. Make sure you are square. Check out my page. Check out my YouTube. Check out my Instagram. Search up Aniya.LaRaye. Here, I'll search it up for you. So, if you want to find me, what I say, you could Google me. You could Google. Okay, so Aniya.LaRaye. This is me. Hit the search. And you can find my hair page. You can find my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Just give me a search. Let me see images. Yep. What she say? Yep, that's me. So come clock in. Like I said, y'all better get with it. Y'all got 5 more classes. You can ask me anything. The last class, we can even talk about TikTok Shop. Yes, I'm running up coins on TikTok Shop while I braid. But again, y'all don't like to take advantage, okay? So again, if you're new, you'll love it here. But I am wrapping this up. I will see you guys later. I will talk to you later. I'm located in Pittsburgh, PA. If you want to find me, you can search me up Aniya.LaRaye or 1K Styles. 1KSTYLES._ 1K Styles. And I will see y'all later. Peace out. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.